M3GAN is directed by Gerard Johnstone, and it is a story about a young girl named Katie, played by Violet McGraw, whose parents are killed in a tragic accident. And she goes to live with her Aunt Gemma, played by Allison Williams, who is not at all ready to have a child. She is a businesswoman and in fact works for a toy manufacturer, a tech company that's really dabbling in AI and interactive toys for children. You can see where this is going. Guys, this movie is a blast, I gotta tell you. It totally just wipes clean the entire stereotype about January horror films and how it's just a dumping ground for every piece of shit that the studios just want out of their hair. The killer doll thing has been done time and time and time again, but not like this. James Wan is attached to this film as a producer, and even though he didn't direct it, his fingerprint is definitely on it. When I went to theaters to see this with my wife yesterday, the theater was packed, and everybody loved the shit out of this movie. They were laughing their asses off. And I've heard some people say that some of the humor is accidental. It absolutely is not. 110%, it's just like Malignant. Every single laugh in this film is self-aware. They knew what they were doing. This is amazing. There are TikTok dances in it. There are random song numbers from pop songs. It's just like, what? M3GAN randomly does the TikTok dance right before she's about to kill somebody. Why? Well, why not? And I think that it really spoke to the part of me that likes like those weird horror films. My favorite horror film ever is Phantasm. Okay, it starts off, you know, pretty normal enough. Guys turning, you know, bringing corpses back to life. But wait, there's a friggin' flying orb. What the hell? Halloween 3. Wait, there are robots? What is going on here? I love that. I love watching a film and just taking a total left and just not really being able to fathom what I'm seeing, but being totally about it. That is M3GAN. Even some of the deaths are funny. Like, she grabs this kid by the ear and rips his ear off, which would be really, you know, kind of disturbing, except for the fact that she's like pulling the ear and it's like stretching. It's becoming like translucent as she's pulling it. I mean, ears are made out of cartilage. It's like all or nothing. They don't stretch like that. That's it. But again, it was deliberate. The people in the audience were laughing at it. As far as negatives go, I really don't have anything negative to say about the movie, but I will refer to Cody Leach's video on this film. He brings up a few good points. Some I agree with, some I don't. One thing that he brings up is that the girl Katie is a spoiled little shithead of a brat. And yeah, she kind of is. I mean, she is going through like a traumatic loss, but the thing is, and the reason why I was kind of okay with it is there is also sort of like a subtext on our reliance for technology, and it's kind of like this non-living thing is occupying so much of this girl's time and attention that she becomes like addicted to it and starts falling away from the rest of humanity. So given the theme, the shittiness of the little girl didn't really bother me. I mean, there was the scene where she smacked an adult, and I mean, it just like rang through in my head. It's like, man, if I ever did that, I would have gotten the shit kicked out of me. No joke. But yeah, little girl was fine. I get why it irritated Cody Leach, but I was fine with that. But the point that he brings up that I do agree with, and Jeremy Johns, I think, actually said the same thing, is that this movie probably would have been better if it were rated R. Not by much, okay? It was fine as a PG-13 movie. It was still relatively violent, but like, I feel like this movie needed some like really over-the-top gore. And I feel like there is that cut, and that cut is going to come out when it's released to digital or Blu-ray, what have you, and I will adore watching it. That being said, this film as a PG-13 movie is not bad. Okay, it's not like Stay Alive. Stay Alive from 2006 is one of my favorite horror movies from the 2000s. But the problem is, to get the real experience, in my opinion, you have to watch the unrated director's cut. And last I checked, it's only available on DVD, like the original release. They haven't released it on Blu-ray, they haven't released it on digital, they only have the theatrical version. And the theatrical version is outright choppy. You can tell that the movie was meant to be rated R, but it was just hacked to pieces to just squeak by with a PG-13. It's not enjoyable for me to watch the theatrical version of that. That's not the case with M3GAN. So I really do hope that they release an extended cut. There is something, I'm not going to give it away because it is a spoiler, something that you see in the beginning of the movie, and I was like, I hope that comes back. And it does, and it's a good payoff. Yeah, totally entertaining, very tongue-in-cheek, a lot of humor. It's honest to godly, I think I can honestly say it's the most like legit fun that I've had in a horror movie in years. I'm not saying that, there haven't been good horror movies since, but I mean like just a horror movie that you can go and like laugh as much as be creeped out. It just hit all the right beats. Gen Z is going to be totally into this movie. Any horror fan, I'd imagine, would probably be into this movie, although some gore hounds will be looking to see the extended cut if they ever release such a thing. And honestly, I mean, keep it coming. I would definitely go out to see a sequel if they ever wanted to make one, and they do kind of leave off for one, so we'll see. But yeah, guys, M3GAN, definitely go to theaters to support this film. Check it out. The theatrical experience is just so much better, and I actually personally am really happy to see that people are going back. But anyways, that's all she wrote.